Welcome, welcome. So this is a just a summary of the kokanee salmon run for 2023. I managed to spend quite a bit of time up at Lake Tahoe this year. These salmon are not native to Tahoe. They were introduced, but they do very well here, and they spawn in Taylor Creek. So if you paid attention to my class, you know that the inside of the curve here, this is where we have the slower water. We have the smaller gravel, which is ideal for these salmon for laying their eggs. You can see one kicking its way upstream there. Actually, several in this shot. Here we have some common Merganzer sitting on the shore, preening themselves. They take advantage of the fact that these salmon are in such shallow water. They're also weakening as they get further upstream and spending more time in the stream because they are not worrying about eating, only reproduction on the mind. So they make pretty easy targets, and believe it or not, they have no problem fitting one of these salmon down their throat. It's kind of crazy to watch. You can see with this Merganzer, very, very serrated bill allows them to grab onto the salmon. Even the mallards get involved. This was kind of interesting to me. Mallards will eat the eggs off the bottom, but in this case, she has found a dead salmon on the shore, and she is pulling eggs out and then taking it back over to the water and I'm assuming filtering out the stuff that it doesn't want. Coyote definitely take advantage of the salmon run, as well as bobcat. Unfortunately, it's driving me nuts, but I was unable to get any shot of those. But the absolute kings of Taylor Creek would be the black bears. This is one of the bears working its way upstream towards one of the better fishing spots. The bears will spend quite a bit of time here in the fall fattening up for winter. It's a lot of very easily accessible calories for them. Until the salmon run starts, I'll find bear feeding on berries. And if you can imagine, it takes a lot of berries to build up calories sufficient to keep a bear going. But when the salmon run hits, it is just an absolute free-for-all. Speaking of free-for-all, just listen to all those shudders going crazy from all the wildlife photographers out there. If you time your visit wrong, you are definitely going to have a little bit of almost like a Yellowstone vibe with the number of people out there. But as far as people go, wildlife photographers are pretty much a really good group of people. Now, this is one of my favorite bears, large sow with 2 cubs. She just has a gorgeous coat that always catches the morning light beautifully. She's hunting an area that is a bit of a log jam, and as salmon die and they float back downstream, they tend to get caught up in the logs. You'll notice that you can definitely see it with this fish. Most of the fish that they nab are dead. There's no point trying to go for the swimming ones when the freshly dead ones are just right there laying and waiting. Although sometimes they do try and get creative, trying to snag a living fish. Oftentimes, though, it's just not worth it. End up walking back upstream in shame. Here we have one of the 2 cubs from the mother we saw earlier, picking its way through the log jam, trying to find a scrap of salmon. And here's the other cub. Nice salmon for it. This little cub on its own, definitely one of the more skittish bears that I saw up at Tahoe, but it's actually quite rare up there to see the true jet black bear. Most of the time are up there. See a lot of the cinnamons and into the brown range, but finding a completely jet black bear was a very special little treat. Almost as special as that salmon was to this guy. And regardless of the shocked expression on that salmon, I assure you that it had already passed. This cub was not the best at fishing yet and was definitely taking advantage of the freshly dead salmon. So, one last note before we go. There's been a rash of incidents involving vehicles and our bears in Lake Tahoe. So, we don't want to see entire families hit, which we have seen unfortunately this year. Please slow down as you're traveling around Lake Tahoe. Thanks for watching.